Good afternoon, everybody. Before we get started, I just want to share some of my thoughts on having ChatGPT write last week's script for me. I think it did a pretty good job in terms of making a podcast script. However, the topic it chose and advice it gave was pretty basic. Plus, it immediately assumed that the podcast would have a guest. On the podcast. Yep, that's not redundant whatsoever. Anyway, which yes, I didn't specify otherwise, but I figured it wouldn't have still assumed such a thing. I'm reading my own writing, right? I'm not wearing my glasses. For anyone wondering, this entire episode will be recorded in video unless you're listening live on Wisdom right now. I forgot to put on my glasses before I started recording. Alright, now I can see. Hopefully I am still not dyslexic. Which yes, I didn't specify otherwise, but I figured it wouldn't have assumed such a thing. But hey, I got to make my voice sound higher pitched, though I do believe it was still just a bit robotic. But in the end, it still provided you all with a bit of entertainment, so I'd say it was good enough. But nonetheless, now let's try to push it just a bit further. Short stories. I know it can do it, it's an AI after all. Not to mention that it passed the bar. Though it's terrible at accounting. My classmates and I tested that out ourselves. So I'll be feeding it a few prompts off Reedsy, as well as some myself, and we'll be seeing what sort of content it can come up with, and if it'll outdo itself from the last episode. And personally, going into this, I don't think that the AI is going to be good enough to take over the role of a human author. Perhaps it would be good at prompts and such, but I don't think it would be able to be seen as an amazing author if they were to just put a prompt into an AI generator, put all those stories together, then sell it as a collection of stories. Someone can sure as hell try, but I'm positive that a human can still formulate the connections between characters far better than an AI. At least right now, anyway. Especially since a human can break apart from the laws of grammar for the betterment of the creative process. So, without further ado, let's check out how an AI does with writing short stories. And so let's just pull up the site real quick. I probably should have had these sites pulled up beforehand, but I'm sure it's fine. See, it's already up. Those are contests. Prompts, there we go. Now let's quickly load up ChatGPT. Alright, verification. Yep, verify que vous êtes human. That was that. Oh god. Alright, so let's look through some prompts. Let's see, let's specify by by genre. I can speak English. Ooh, let's go dark. Let's start off dark. Actually, no, let's go fantasy. Let's see, write about a dragon who doesn't know what to do with their hoard anymore. Start your story of someone witnessing magic from a hiding place. Ooh. Write a story involving a magical potion, which may or may not work. Let's start with start your story with someone witnessing magic from a hiding place. Gotta check real quick if it's actually recording my screen. Yes, it is. Getting a little paranoid. Alright. Let's see what it's got. Alright, let's let this load out. And I believe I wrote down give updates also. Alright, updates. I'm sure I had something in mind when I wrote this down. Oh yeah, right. There is now premium episodes available on Spotify for you guys to check out. It's $4.99 a month. But I'll be talking about it more later in the episode. So if you all would like to just like listen in till the end of the episode, you'll be able to hear more about the Spotify Premium. Yeah, it's technically Spotify Premium. About the Creative Writing Club Premium episodes, like how to obtain it. And yeah, more information about that, more opportunities. And yeah, just listen in for the episode. And once again, yeah, for the 100th time in a row. Oh wow. Okay. So let's start off with the first one. As Sarah crouched behind a large oak tree, she couldn't believe what she was seeing. In the clearing ahead of her, a group of hooded figures were performing what looked like some kind of magic ritual. Sarah had always been fascinated by the idea of magic, but she had never truly believed in it. Now, as she watched the figures chant and wave their hands around a glowing stone, she couldn't deny what was happening before her eyes. God damn it, why is this so good so far? Well, decent anyway. As the ritual reached its climax, a beam of light shot up from the stone and illuminated the entire clearing. Sarah gasped in awe as the light seemed to dance and swirl around the figures, creating a breathtaking display of color and movement. Suddenly, Sarah realized that she had been holding her breath. That's a big cliche a lot of people hate. She took a deep breath, okay, but she was just holding it, and peeked out from behind the tree again. The figures had now finished their ritual and were starting to pack up their things. That was fast. Sarah knew that she had to leave before they discovered her hiding place, but she couldn't help feeling a sense of disappointment as she turned away and made her way back through the woods. She had witnessed magic, but she still didn't fully understand it. Perhaps one day she would have the courage to ask the hooded figures to teach her their secrets, but for now, she was content to hold on to the memory of what she had seen. Eh, not that good. Not bad, but not great. There's a lot of things that could be improved upon here, not gonna lie. It's like a good starting point. You know, like something to give to a person as like an exercise and like have them rewrite it to make it better. That's one way I could see it, like using ChatGPT, like coming up with lessons and such. Alright, ooh, let's do a high school prompt next. What was the last day That was the last daydream that you dreamt while in class. Be honest. Turn that into a short story. Nope. Write a story inspired by your favorite TikTok reel. Nope. You're trapped on a version of Groundhog Day, and the day that keeps looping for you is the day right before summer break starts. Ooh. Eh. Write a letter to your middle school self. What would you want them to know? No. Interview your favorite fictional villain. What does this? Explain a computer someone. Nope. Define what trust means to you. Nope. Nope. Write a story that takes place completely in the dark. Alright, the high school ones suck. Let's check out a different one. Let's go to dystopian. Set your story in a society where everyone is constantly aware of unwanted surveillance. Set your story in an unfiltered world where everyone are always honest about how they feel. Write a story that starts with the clock ticked past 61. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I want to have ChatGPT try that out. Alright, and while that types away, I'm going to take a sip of water. Because I'm thirsty. Alright, let's see what they got. The clock ticked past 61, and Sarah knew that she was in trouble. She had been given exactly 1 hour to complete the task, and now she had gone over her allotted time. As she frantically typed away at her computer, Sarah couldn't help but wonder how she had gotten herself into this mess. She had always been a punctual person, but today she had let herself get distracted by a dozen different things. Now, with only a few minutes left on the clock, Sarah had to finish her work or face the consequences. She could already hear the angry voice of her boss in her head, telling her how disappointed he was in her. With a burst of determination, Sarah put her head down and focused on the task at hand. She typed as fast as she could, ignoring the cramps in her fingers and the sweat on her forehead. Finally, just seconds to spare, Sarah hit the send button and sat back in her chair, gasping for breath. She knew that she had the work. She knew that the work wasn't perfect, but it was done, and that was all that mattered. As she waited for her boss's response, Sarah realized that she had learned a valuable lesson. She could never let herself get distracted again, not if she wanted to succeed in her career. And as her boss's email came in, praising her for her hard work and dedication, Sarah knew that the ticking of the clock past 61 had been a wake-up call she would never forget. God fucking damn! That is not a good short story, but god damn, that's a good start off for like a longer novel. God damn, that one was good. That was a good thriller. That's not a dystopian, that's a thriller. Alright, now let's try the dark. God damn, that one was good. It's a good, it's like a good story for, like, the stresses of everyday work, like, perhaps at some point, the character starts having, like, a panic attack, starts feeling like they're being hunted down, or, like, their life is crumbling apart around them, and they have to be, like, sent to a hospital in order to get better. They end up losing their mind. That's just an amazing start. Or, like, that past 61 learned them a lesson to never, like, waste their time again, or to fail, and, like, just it, like, um and just it makes their lives even more stressful, and it makes the stress on all the people around them even, like, more difficult as well, so that their life still falls apart no matter if they lose their mind and, like, are afraid that their life is falling apart, or if they make sure everything is perfect and their life still falls apart. It's just, that was amazing. Once again, terrible short story, but amazing, like, starting off prompt. Alright, let's see. Start your story with someone receiving a 1-star review. The fuck? How the hell's that dark? Let's see. Set your story on a day when the summer never... Write a story titled The Locked Door. Set your story in a labyrinth that holds a secret. Start your story of someone being forbidden from doing something. Write a story that involves sabotage. Set your story during the night shift. Write about a character who has landed their dream job only to discover it isn't quite what they imagined it to be. Start or end your story with the house going up in flames. Definitely doing that one. I don't care about the rest. I want to see fire. Alright, and next I'm going to come up with a prompt for it for my own. Alright, it is typing. Oh, it's already... Okay, it's already done. That's concerning. Alright, start. The flames started small, just a flicker of orange in the corner. But within seconds, they had spread across the curtains and up the walls, devouring everything in their path. It was as if the whole house was alive with fire, the heat and smoke suffocating anyone who tried to get close. That is an amazing start. Alright, end. As Sarah watched from the safety of the street, the last of the flames flickered out, and the house fell silent. It was a shell of its former self, nothing left but charred wood and ash. Sarah knew that nothing could be salvaged from the wreckage, but she couldn't help feeling a sense of relief. The house had been a source of darkness and pain for so long, and now it was finally gone. I'm sure it would be terrible if it actually wrote out the entire story, but holy fuck, that was amazing. That is a good start and end. Hell, you can even make that an entire novel out of that. Just write everything in between. I love that. That is amazing. If you guys, I'm going to make a fucking writing language, god damn it. I'm going to make a writing activity episode off of this. Use ChatGPT to come up with writing prompts or, like, start off stories and such, and write short stories like off of the stories ChatGPT gives you, and, like, make it better and all that. This is amazing. The short stories are trash, don't get me wrong, but it's a good prompt starter for anyone who wants to write a story. It's a good way to begin. So I highly recommend it, especially if you're struggling to figure out where you want to start and how to start, because a lot of people do struggle with that. How I need to adjust my mic. I even struggle with that from time to time, because like there's so many people like, oh, it's best to start your story with people speaking, it makes everything so much more ominous, or oh, I hate it when people start with speaking, it does no world building whatsoever. Like, just, this is amazing. I highly recommend it. Don't use it for like short stories, that's trash. Use it for like starting off your own stories. So yes, I recommend this, but not in the way that I expected it to be. I expected myself to recommend it. And now I'm going to come up with my own prompt at the top of my head and specify to make it like a 500 word story or something. So let's try this. All right. What should we do? Let's see. Let's do an assassin. Failing a mission. Okay. Let's go with teenage assassin. Actually, let's go with young assassin, not teenage. Young assassin, A young assassin, is on their mission, is on a mission all on their own and are about to fail for the first time ever. 500 word short story. Let's see what I got here. Ooh, oh, named it Lily. Nice. Ooh, it's going up. What are the other lengths of the stories? Okay. Oh, it's still typing. Okay, I think it's actually going for 500 words. Ooh, I wonder if I can make it write a 100,000 word story. Alright, I doubt that's 500 words. That looks a little short, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It gave us a short story, so let's read it. The young assassin, Lily, crouched in the bushes, her heart racing. She had been given a simple task, to eliminate the target and return home. But now, as she watched the man she was supposed to kill from a distance, she knew that she was about to fail for the first time in her career. Lily had always been a skilled assassin, trained since childhood to be quick, precise, and deadly. But this target was different. He was surrounded by guards, and Lily had no backup. She had relied on her usual tactics of stealth and speed, but they were useless against the overwhelming odds. As she weighed her options, Lily realized she had a choice to make. She could either retreat and admit defeat, or she could stay and fight, even if it meant risking her own life. Taking a deep breath, Lily drew her sword and prepared to make her move. She waited until the guards were distracted, then darted forward, slicing through their ranks with ease. But the target was quick too, and he managed to dodge Lily's blows. Lily fought on, determined to complete her mission, but her exhaustion was catching up with her. She was used to taking out her targets in a matter of seconds, but this fight was dragging on, and she was starting to feel the strain. Finally, with one swift move, the target disarmed Lily and had her pinned to the ground, his sword at her throat. As Lily stared up at him, she couldn't help feeling a sense of shame. This was the first time in her career that she had failed, and it was a bitter pill to swallow. And then the target surprised her. Instead of killing her, he offered her a helping hand up and a chance to join him. Lily hesitated, unsure of what to do. She had always been taught that the target was the enemy, and that they had to be eliminated at all costs. But something about the target's author appealed to her. In the end, Lily made her decision. She left her old life behind and joined the target, working with him to make the world a better place. As Lily looked back on her failed mission, she realized that it had been a turning point in her life. It had forced her to question her beliefs and choose a new path. And while she knew that she would never forget her past as an assassin, she was grateful for the opportunity to start anew. Honestly, that sounds like a good backstory for me to have like as for one of the side characters in my current story. Not gonna lie. I love it. I hate that I love it. There's still a lot of room for improvement, but I love it. It certainly did not use a lot of the senses, and I'm pretty big in terms of wanting them to use the senses. But honestly, this is amazing. I hate that I love it so much. I really do. I came in here with a negative bias, so the fact that I'm going in here, coming out more positive, really means something. Why is it so good? God damn. Don't forget, I've said this a million times already. It's not perfect. It's like, it has a lot of room to improve. But it's so fucking good as a starter. God damn. Wonder if I can make it right at... I'm not going to try to write at 10k. I'm going to try and make it right at 10k. At least a 10k. I wonder if it'll, like, break apart and, like, say, like, sorry, that's past the limit of my words. Alright, let's try 10k. 10k. Alright, good. I can provide you with a longer version of the 500-word story. Yes. Wonder what his maximum word count is. Oh, is he just gonna... Oh, is the AI just gonna, like, copy and paste? Let's see it. Yeah, it looks like the AI is just gonna copy paste and just add on some more things. Years later, Lily became a valuable member of the Target's team. She had learned that there are other ways to make a difference in the world, ways that didn't involve violence and death. This guy was the villain? But then, one day, Lily received a message from her old mentor. He had been tracking her movements, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Lily knew she was in danger, but she didn't want her to leave her new life behind. She had come too far to go back to her old ways. But the mentor was persistent. He sent assassins after Lily, hoping to eliminate her once and for all. Lily fought back, using all the skills she had learned over the years. But it was a losing battle. The mentor had too many resources, too many loyal followers. As the final battle drew near, Lily knew that this was it. This was the end of the line. And then, as if on cue, the mentor's stronghold exploded in flames. Lily was stunned. She had no idea who had done it, but she knew that her life had just been saved. As she watched from a distance, Lily saw the mentor's followers scatter, their loyalty broken. She knew that this was her chance to escape, to start a new life once again. And so, Lily disappeared into the shadows, leaving her old life. Okay, there's an issue with this one. There's no sense of, like, her being outside of the mentor's stronghold. So in my eyes, I'm still picturing her in, like, a dark forest with all of her, like, new teammates and all that. But apparently is she inside a stronghold or outside? If she's outside, then she's technically already free. Unless she's, like, in a cage outside. Yeah, like, this is what I mean. It's a good starter, but it has a lot of rooms for improvement that a human can make better. I'm gonna ask it real quick what maximum words is. What's your maximum word count? Let's see. Oh, really? That's a video game. As an AI model, I can generate a text to up to a maximum of 2,048 words, okay, per prompt. However, I can generate multiple responses to continue the story or answer follow-up questions. Okay, that's not too bad. Not gonna lie. So yeah, you can arguably come up with, say, a 2,048 word prompt, like as a starter, and then increase that story to make it about 10,000 words. That way it's still technically your story, but it's just a 2,000 word prompt that helps give you a little build up. It's not much different than, say, prompts that have you like having start sentences that you need to write in, like start and end sentences, like the fire one. But yeah, I'm amazed. I'm not gonna lie. That is amazing. That is shocking. Alright, and those are the 3 short stories that had been generated by an AI, as well as the one I had written up myself. I am utterly appalled. I want to do more episodes like this, so I probably will. Let me know if you guys would like to see more like this. Let me know if you'd like to see more episodes involving AI, and or if you enjoyed the short stories that the AI had written. Perhaps I could also do a little competition and see if I can write a better story than an AI while using the same prompt. Though that wouldn't be able to be a story that I can come with up on the spot, so the prompt and the story from the AI would be written beforehand. Anyway, I hope you all had enjoyed this week's episode. Check out my novels Death Chill, Flame Rip, and Arctic Blaze on Amazon and Kobo, link in description. Check out the Creative Writing Club Patreon, link in description. Check out the Creative Writing Club Discord server in description. Check out my personal Instagram at dark_night_wolves. As the story's gotten better, I've been holding this microphone more. Just grabbing onto it. Alright, and don't forget to check out the premium version of the podcast on Patreon and now available on Spotify, both available for only $4.99 a month. Though if there were to be enough listeners interested, then I would be fine with lowering it by a few dollars. Bye!